All right, what's up, guys? I'm here today with something different. I'm here today with something that I've been wanting to do for a while because the TCG and the OCG they tend to follow the same suit. OCG gets their stuff ahead of us, right? They always get support before us, and we tend to get it after. So our meta seems to end up becoming their meta at times. Though we do have cards that they don't, and they have cards that we don't, it does end up being pretty similar. So most of the time when we see a top deck in the OCG, we kind of realize that, it could pretty much put in some work when it comes here to the TCG, though it's not always the case. It's not always the case, it does happen. So basically, I just want to go through, all these deck lists. I want to do this once per week. This is a video per week where, we go through and we kind of get like an insight to what like our future meta may be like. Some spicy builds, I guess, even though I hate using the word spicy. We could kind of see like where things are going. I want to do something a little bit different from replays and in deck profiles with like the same 3 decks that I have and like combo videos and stuff. So this is just something different. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. If you want to see me do like Yu-Gi-Oh news, I'm not really inclined to be doing market watches at the moment, but maybe that's something that could come in the future. Maybe off of this series that I want to do here once a week, you guys can give me a deck idea to test out and make replays of. I don't know. Anything like that sounds cool to me. Maybe it sounds cool to you. But yeah, go ahead. For those of you who watch, go ahead and leave me like a comment in the description. I mean, not in the description, in the comment section, telling me like what you think, we should be doing in the future. Anyways, let's get into it. So there's a few really cool things that I saw on here because this is my second time recording it because there were some issues the first time. But Thunder Dragon, this is coming out soon, and this is something that, we should really be on the lookout for. So I'm going to show you this build, and it's pretty cool. Something I haven't thought of yet. All right, so where you at? So 64-player tournament. Sometimes you got to be wary of these, top decks because you'll see like a 5-man tournament and someone will come in first place. I think it's pretty cool that the OCG does this. I think they should do this for the TCG as well. But this right here. So first place, Thunder Dragon out of 114 players. It also says first place B, Sky Striker, which doesn't make sense, but let's go ahead. Let's look into this. Oh, 38 teams. That's what it is. So anyways, this is Thunder Dragon Dinosaurs. So you're going to see some things where you can make some changes. Like they have 3 Miscellaneousaurs. We clearly have 1, so you cut out the 1, bring up Soul Eating Oviraptor to 3, right? They got Armageddon Knight that could put in work, dropping down your Overtext to grab your double evolution pill, dump a glow up bulb, whatever you may need. Maybe even Melissasaurus. I can't even sometimes. But they got 3 Bolt Thunder Dragon, 3 Bestial Thunder Dragon, 1 Avian Thunder Dragon. They have the Dino Wrestler. I think that's going to be a new card. I don't believe that we have that in the TCG yet, but I've seen it online testing. It's kind of weird. I think it like tributes itself and it can destroy a monster or something weird like that. They got 1 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, clearly one of the best boss monsters that's like ever been printed in the game, and like absolutely the best boss monster out of any structure deck ever. So I think that's really cool that it's seen some sort of competitive play. 1 Glow Up Bulb, clearly to make Naturia Beast, somehow, some way. Let's see what else. 1 Dirac ALO, and then 2 Ash Blossom and 3 Ghost Reaper Winter Cherry. So you're starting to see people main Ghost Reaper because the meta is pretty much like defined itself, and that's not a bad idea. You can even run 2 Ash Blossom or 3 Ash Blossom in the TCG, 3 Ghost Reaper, 2 Ogre, even 3 Ogre if you're really feeling it. You might be running a 60-card deck. Anyways, down to the spell cards, looking for something that they might have that's like pretty good tech. And what I was looking for is Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness can be run in this deck, and you just have extreme draw power, and you're going to get what you need. Maybe another good tech, because we just had it come off the ban list from 2 to, I believe, 3, is Burial from a Different Dimension, where you target 3 banished monsters, and you add them back to the graveyard. So when you banish a card off of your Allure of Darkness, you can get it back in the grave. It's still cool with the Thunder Dragons because they still get effects regardless of, some of them when they hit the grave, some when they're banished, and it's pretty cool the way that works. And they have 3 Called by the Grave. We clearly don't have that. But they run 2 Fossil Dig when we would run 3 Fossil Dig. So I'm looking in the extra deck to see if I see anything like special. They're clearly running, Cherry's targets like, their, what is it? Where is it? The Kagari. I just saw Kagari in there. They have Crystal Needle Fiber. We don't. And they also have Max Cedar 3 and Vanity's Emptiness. That puts in work right there. A Vanity's Emptiness, an Imperial Order, those 2 together just, scoop, just end the game right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Something that, I wanted to show you guys. Here's another one. It's pretty much the same build. Well, it's like almost identical. They run 1 Watt Kiwi? Don't even know what the fuck that is. Maybe that's something we could look up later. But yeah, not too much variation in the deck. They run 3 Super Bolt Thunder Dragon. That's the one that's like it's like a Droll Mockbird on the field. It's like Thunder King Ryo on the field, big one. And then the 1 Thunder Dragon Lord, that's their big monster. And I forget what its effect does, but it's nothing to be like, it's nothing to sneeze at, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty cool. Thunder Dragon, that's definitely going to be something that's in our meta. It might take, a minute for it to take off. It might be a slow start, but you will see Thunder Dragon. So if it's possible to pick them up for cheap out of this new set, because I believe they come in Soul Fusion, it's a good pickup. Whether you want to pick it up to play it or you want to pick it up because it will go up in value if it performs well. And I really do think it will perform well. So I wanted to show you guys something else that was pretty cool. There was Infernoids, but I'm not going to show you that. I was really excited to see Infernoids because, it's Infernoids, but it was a grass build. And clearly we can't run that here. So there it is, Infernoids. And let's see. I think there was a hero build, but I'm pretty sure that it's a hero Goki build. I haven't seen, Goki Hero again, which is good. Don't get me wrong. Goki Hero is very good. But I want to show you guys this. Thunder Dragon invoked. But, for us hero players, me getting excited to see a hero in, the top decks, I just, was hoping that it'd be more of a pure version or a pure version that links. But, power to them being able to play heroes regardless and make the top cut. So this is Thunder Dragon Invoked. I thought this was really cool when I saw this earlier as well. It's another, concept that could work really well together. Maybe even adding in Mech Knights. You never know. But this is able to push out a Macabre like nobody's business because you got lights and dark, lights and darks in these Thunder Dragons. So it'll be pretty easy for you to bring it out. So 3 Max C, clearly we don't have that, so you could fill it in with filler. 2 Alistair, 3 Thunder Dragons, 3, it's really good searchability, being able to bring out your big Thunder Dragon. 3 Bolt, 3 Bestial, 3 Avian. So that's the first time that we've seen 3 of each. Clearly they want to see those cards. They don't really want to be messing around. 2 Ash, because it's at 2 there. 1 Ghost Bell, and that's primarily for Called by the Grave, and they can hit Ray when it's in the grave as well. And 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. People are sleeping on Ghost Ogre as of late. Just because it wasn't the best in the last formats, especially because there was Nightmare Goblin, protecting everything. Nightmare Goblin was the absolute problem. To be, it's one thing to not be able to be destroyed by card effects and one not to be able to be destroyed by battle, but to not be able to target, it's too much. If you can target, you can win. But yeah, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, definitely a sleeper hand trap, and I think that it may end up being the best hand trap in the format. And Thunder Dragon Fusion, I forgot they have that. They have 3 Gold Sarcophagus, and that's actually pretty intense. Maybe if I was them, I'd want to play 3 Impermanence, but that's just me. 2 at the very least. They're side decking 1 Super Polymerization. That is dope. That is dope. I really think that we should all be, side decking super polymerization. Goki Hero. There was actually one more build that I wanted to show you. I didn't agree with it. Let's see how many of these got. Like 5th place Infernoid in a 139 player tournament. But there was a Magical Musketeer build that I wanted to show you guys, and I completely disagreed with it. But then you look at the standings, and then they came in first out of 17 people. That's still winning your locals. For those of you guys who are watching that, don't get to play in like big competitive tournaments like myself because they're not, necessarily close to you, and you're not going to shell out that kind of money for a card game to travel hella far. But that's still winning your locals. 17 people, that's decent. That's a decent sized locals. Not huge. It's not a 30-player tournament, but yeah. Anyways, let's look into this Infernoid build real quick. Last thing here, that we're going to look at. So they run 28 monsters. You can cut out 3 for the Maxi like right now, right away. But they do run the Ash Blossom and Joy Spring and Psyframe Gear Gamma, packaged together. One really cool thing about Infernoids that people haven't really talked about is the link, the fire link. When it's destroyed by card effect, you can add a card from your grave back to your hand. So you can literally add, you can recur your Ash Blossoms, which I think is really cool. So this looks like a Lair of Darkness build. So they got 3 Lady of the Lament, which is understandable because they can grab their Void Feast. Which actually, there it is. They run it at 3. 1 Antra, which is not bad. 1 Harmadic, which is weird. You usually run it at 2s. 1 Patrulia, you'd run it at 2. So Jet should be at 2. Atondel's fine at 1. Deviati at 2. Hanuko at 2. And Decatron, of course, is at 3. 1 Globe Bulb, 1 Jet Synchron, and that's clearly for their, their Link Karibo into Crystal Needle Fiber. We don't have Crystal Needle Fiber, and I don't believe it's coming anytime soon. 1 for 1, really good card. I've slept on it myself for the longest time. Even 1 Decatron, even 1 negate on a board can sometimes just, when you perfectly negate something, you can totally fuck up your opponent's turn. 2 Imagination, their main deck in it in a 40-card build. I personally side it because it's useless if you draw it going first. I know that it's searchable, but even drawing into your void vanishment at times just seems impossible to do. So I actually play 3 hand destructions, and then I side them out when I go second, and then I put in my imaginations if I need them. But yes, 3 vanishment, of course, 2 Lair of Darkness, which is fantastic in this deck. First turn, you get out Lair of Darkness and you Void Feast. You're in a really good position. You double Void Feast, you win the game, period. Just straight up. 1 Void Expansion, I'd have to look at that, but I forget exactly. It has a pretty decent effect. I think that's the field spell. But you get 2 Infinite Impermanence, 2 Metaverse. Metaverse is trash. I would just run 3 Lair of Darkness and the Terraforming. And then 3 Void Feast, of course. And then this doesn't make sense. They should be running 3 Elder Entity Natis. So if you're going second, you drop Imagination, you can just totally destroy a board. You have 3 pops right there. Why would you only utilize 2? That doesn't make sense to me. Unless they're doing something smarter than me. Probably getting their Link Karibo in the grave if we're being real right now. Let's check out their side deck. They run 1 Imperial Order, 3 Soul Drain, 2 Solemn Judgment, 3 Evenly Matched, 3 Called by the Grave, 2 Twin Sister, 1 Harpy Feather Duster. So it looks pretty well rounded. It looks like they didn't do too bad. 5th place out of 139 players is good in my opinion. So, Altergeist, we're not going to look at Altergeist or Sky Striker because those profiles usually they're the same. Altergeist can side in the nuts. They can side in 3 Ravelries, 3 Goes and Match, Imperial Order, and Anti-Spell Fragrance. They can literally side all of that in, and they're going to be fine. And then Sky Striker, of course, is the best deck in the OCG and the TCG. It's literally the best deck in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the moment, so we're not going to look at that either. So basically looking at this, it looks like next up is going to be Thunder Dragons, and it looks like the OCG has been really testing hard with and performing well with Dinosaur Thunder Dragon. So maybe that's something that we could look into. Um, anyways, like I honestly think that the top 5 decks of the format is going to be 1, Sky Strikers. Number 2, we still got Gokis. Goki Hero variants, whatever it is, really good. Then we have Altergeist, of course. And then we're going to have Thunder Dragons, which I think is going to be better than Trickstars. Trickstars is going to be good until that Droll reincarnation shit just gets hit, and there's still Sky Striker Trickstar. You know, it is what it is. So those are the 5 top best decks. You know, you've got your honorable mentions. You've got Pure Dinosaurs. You've got Crusadia. You've got Pure Heroes. You've got a lot of, you know, diversity in this game at the moment, and I think this meta is extremely fair for basically any deck to do well. You just understand the meta, and you know you side to beat the meta, and you perform from there. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I do want to do this once a week. I'm sorry if this took a long time and it seemed like I was talking about nothing, or it didn't seem like I knew what I was talking about. I'm just talking to you guys as if you were here with me, and we're just chilling and we're looking at shit and just talking about it, because that's just who I am. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please leave a like for your boy. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment in the comment section, letting me know what you think. Let me know why you liked it or why you didn't like it. And at the end of the day, I do want to do this once a week. And if you guys want me to test certain builds that we look at once a week, then we can do that. Right now, I'm really interested in that Thunder Dragon Dinosaur build. I just think that seems extremely cool. So maybe it's something I'll look into. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. And I'm out. Peace, guys.